President Trump is now threatening to impose 35% tariffs on imports from Canada starting next month. And this is, as you may be aware, one of the United States' largest trading partners. In a letter posted to social media, the president cited both Canada's retaliatory tariffs, but also the fentanyl crisis as reasons for the increased levies. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand joins us from the White House with more on this. Morning, Natalie. This is an escalation from the current tariffs on our northern neighbor. How is Canada reacting to this?
That's right, Errol. And this is also the biggest U.S. trading partner to receive one of these letters so far. You noted that 35% rate, as the president details, fentanyl as one reason, but also noting that it's not just fentanyl. He cites in his letter high tariffs, steep tariffs on U.S. dairy farmers. Also the fact that Canada imposed its own reciprocal tariffs on the U.S. In light of these trade tensions. Now, Prime Minister Mark Carney did post a rather civil social media post and said Canada has made vital progress to stop the scourge of fentanyl in North America. We are committed to continuing to work with the United States to save lives and protect communities in both of our countries. It is important to note that according to the data, very little fentanyl actually appears to enter through the Canadian border. There's much more seized at the U.S.-Mexico border, for instance. And this new letter, which the 35% rate is a 10% increase over what was imposed earlier on, shortly after the president took office, that 25%, but an exemption on most goods covered by the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, of course, negotiated during the first Trump term. Unclear if this 35% would have that same exemption, but it does come as there are these ongoing trade talks between the U.S. and Canada, which are now back on after Canada agreed to drop that digital tax proposal. Now, as these global trade tensions continue, also want to mention, Errol, that Secretary of State Marco Rubio this morning met with his Chinese counterpart, Foreign Minister Wang Yi, on the sidelines of that conference of Southeast Asian countries. This was their first in-person meeting. He called it constructive and positive, said the meeting was really about establishing a baseline to talk not just about trade, but other big issues. Errol.
All right, Natalie, thank you for that.